Hi, I'm Margie.
And I'm Barb, and together we are the Real Marketing Mavens.
And today we have, it's a little bit, maybe a drier topic. And a
it's
little
going to be boring.
But it's very educational and it's stuff you need to know, especially if you are considering print advertising of any kind. And today, actually we're talking, this is a two-part segment. Today we're going to be talking about newspaper and magazine advertising.
Yeah, your print.
And that's really your forte.
Well, that's true, because I'm old and they were still in vogue.
They still are in vogue.
But I have to say, everything old is new again. Because if you did newspaper years ago, each column width was different. And then I remember they came back and they said, we're going to do an SAU, Standard Advertising Unit size. Each column was going to be 2 inches. Well, in the meantime, things changed on the print side on how computer or printers work, or the printing presses, and now they're back to each newspaper has a different column. So everything old is new again. But to figure out how a newspaper, if you're trying to figure out your budget, and budget is important, it gives you a place to start.
You have to do your budget.
You have to do your budget. You need to know the newspaper size. And some newspapers do block sizes, so it might be 1/4 page, 1/8 page. You have to find out is it a 6-column newspaper, or is whatever, but find out what the column width is. And the column width, let's do the Standard Advertising Unit, is 2 inches. So a 4-column ad is really 8 inches wide, and then the depth would be your regular inches. So if you have a 4-column by 5-inch ad,
that's big.
That's 4 times 5 is 20. And then the per column inch rate is what you're going to be getting from. So
it could be 20 times
$100 an inch.
Oh my gosh!
Well, it's not that high around in this marketplace, but if you go to Wall Street Journal or someplace, you're looking at a couple hundred.
Oh boy!
So, yes.
Okay, so that's newspaper. What about magazine?
Well, magazine is by page size. So you have full page. You'll have a 1/3 of a page, which could be a column down the side, or it could be a block ad. Could be a half page. Could be a half page. Would be like, it depends on the magazine. Most magazines are 8.5 by 11, like you.
That one was.
Yeah, that you did full color. But then if you make a bleed, you have to make sure you make the ad bigger, and then you put crop marks so that they know where to cut it off, because it is going to be a bleed. And also you have to be careful, because printing is CYMK, so cyan, yellow, black, magenta. So each thing, if you ever want to have fun with a magnifying glass, put it up to your newspaper or put it up to your magazine, and you can see the dots, because magically your eyes fills those dots in, and you don't see the dots. You see
a good
the
thing.
picture.
It's just like marriage. We fill in a lot of information.
Yes, we do.
And so now that's that. But now this is what really confuses me, is outdoor advertising.
Oh boy, outdoor is fun now, because outdoor they have the digital, and which to me it's easy, because you just have to give them a JPEG and they put it up. But and you have to make it to the size of the digital.
So that's
pixels.
if it's a billboard, right?
Yeah, if it's a billboard, but they also have print billboards, which now they do
Old-timey.
vinyl. Yeah, and you have, so in digital, you're paying for the space, but with old time paper, or poster is what it's called, you also have to pay for the production. So not only are you designing it, but you have to get it printed to that size. Now the outdoor company has printers. You don't have to worry about making a 24 by 40 foot printout. But they will help you do that, and it's negotiable. But you have to remember, digital, a lot of times they purchase the digital by, you get 10 seconds per minute, and the you're on with 6 other.
Yeah, it rotates through. So, is that a seasonal product? Like,
I always use digital I use outdoor mostly as a seasonal, especially in this market, because where we are near a very big entertainment area, Hershey, Pennsylvania, you can say Hershey Park down the road on the right 2 miles, and you put that on your your billboard.
Oh, interesting.
So you're giving them, okay, the restaurant.
they're looking
restaurants. And the great thing, little thing is, because it is a seasonal place, if you put it towards the end of the season, like August, September, October, well, come Christmas, people, they can't sell the space maybe, so they keep your billboard up.
Interesting to know.
Yeah, so
good.
Look at the timing too.
So what about buses? Those always crack me up. I don't know why. I still see what was her name, Carrie in New York City.
Oh yeah,
the water
in the City. Sex in the City. Yes. Well, buses are purchased different ways. Well, the front and back of the bus, they're smaller sizes. But they're also, the back of the bus would be higher red because you got a captive audience, whoever's behind
never
you.
Thought about that.
And then the bigger ads are on the sides, of course, but the most expensive side is going to be the side towards the sidewalk because that's where people are walking.
So I never thought about that. So there are different prices with
different
that
prices
too.
With different sides, and
my goodness.
then you have the bus shelters, which
you don't see so many of them anymore.
You don't see them. Well, in the big city you do. They're all over, but yes, there's different sides. The outside versus the inside, the back panel, versus the.
I always think if you put your face on there, somebody will draw a mustache on it or something.
And now, you can go into the local sports arenas. They sell ads on the steps going up. The ice arena all around on the
where
boards.
we were the other day that has ads now. I was shocked.
Where were we?
not you.
Oh, not me.
Texas Roadhouse. Did you see they have little banner ads in there now or hang over the tables?
Oh, I didn't see that.
It was like, okay, what is going on here?
Okay. Well,
so there's just ads everywhere.
There's ads
everywhere.
Like 22, 25, plus or minus 2. Even we went to the city and we're putting in the parking meter. There was an ad on the parking meter, and there's ads on the benches, in the parks. Their ads are everywhere. And then of course the kids are walking down the streets with their T-shirts and their jackets, and they all have some blazoned with something.
Yep, they do. So I guess the question is how effective is that? And we are going to talk about that in a future episode.
Yeah.
So that's another topic for the Real Marketing Mavens.
So you got to keep staying tuned to get all these marvelous tips, because we are the Real Marketing Mavens. Real women,
real stories,
real results. Check our newspaper. No, check our website and our YouTube channel.